Here we go. All right, here we go.
Perfect.
See if you can hear me. Game number 3 for NBA. This is going to be the championship game between NBA, Midland Baseball Association, and the Vipers. We had Lubbock?
Yes, Lubbock Vipers.
From Lubbock, Texas.
Gotcha.
First pitch is in. There's a swing and a hit down left field line. Sims is off to the races, and he is on first base safe. He's going to go on to second. It got away from first base. Second's going to try to make a play over at second base, but not in time. That's a double, a single, then it turns into a double on an error to Sims.
I think he's still a little bit hyped from that last
A
game.
little bit hyped. He had the winning.
good.
He had the winning hit the last
Come on,
game.
Wyatt.
Wyatt Murray is in to hit. Sims is on the move, gets to third on a steal. Ball gets away from the catcher. Number 2, Brashears is pitching. When you can get me a lineup. Sims on third, 60 feet away from getting the go-ahead run, first run of the day, hopefully. Wyatt Murray wearing uniform number 5, pitching in the number 2 hole. Creech on deck, the number 3 hole. Pitch is in, and that is a strike, and a nice strike on the inside part of the plate.
Give me a second. I'll get you. Try to get you some.
See if you can you hear me? There's a swing and a hit, back to pitcher. Pitcher's over to first for out number 1 of the inning. Again, Braxton Sims on third.
Any of y'all
Joey Creech in the third hole up to bat. He faces his first pitch, and it is a strike
First name,
right
last
down the
name,
middle.
Put him on the broadcast.
Jace Gould is on deck.
I don't know about first name. Okay. Jay.
That one's in there for strike number 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't think that's in order though.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll figure it out.
Creech behind in the count. That's a ball outside, trying to get Creech to go, and he doesn't.
Okay, you're missing Jackson.
Okay, do you have one that's got maybe a picture of the batting order?
Here's the pitch. There's a hit. Foul tip back against the net, back our direction. Creech loses his bat on the swing. No harm, no foul. Joey's battling this pitcher, Brashear, number 2 uniform for Lubbock Vipers. That pitch is over the head of Creech. There's going to be a run at the, wow. Sims comes in on a steal. Brashears comes up to cover a wild pitch. Catcher comes up with it quick. It's a close play at the plate, but Sims comes in for the first score of the day. NBA hops on top, 1-0. Creech is still at bat.
I don't. I can
Lisa,
text
you gotta.
this to you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, looks good if you could.
How many out?
4-3-2,
1 out as Creech
9-4-0,
steps back in. Base is
4-1-5-8.
empty. That pitch is low, kind of in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. No worries, there's nobody on. After Creech will be Jace Gould and Silas Bryand hitting in the 4th and 5th positions respectfully. It's a ball outside. Creech shows a lot of patience.
Yeah, that'll work.
Together.
Draws a walk to put him on first.
That'll be good. Thank you, ma'am.
Jace Gould, who's been the catcher in the last game or last 2 games, steps in to bat. The first hit, he hits it over to third base. Third base is up to it with the throw to first in time for the out. That third to first base combination is a strong combination.
Yeah.
Third baseman's a big boy.
Got an arm on him, too.
He's got an arm on him. First base has got a glove on him.
Yeah.
That is going to be a hard play for the rest of the day if they continue to hit that down that third base side, Daryl. It's not going to work out well for him.
No, it's not.
Because third has proven 2 times in a row or within 2 plays that he can get it to first. First has proven that he has a glove and he can catch that ball.
Yep.
Silas Bryan steps in with 2 outs on the team.
That is a big kid.
He's a big kid on third now. There's a hit down to first base. First baseman picks it up, steps on first, and the inning
It's all right, boys.
is
Shake it
over,
off.
but not before NBA is able to put 1 run up on the board going into the bottom of the first.
They
NBA
kind of
will go to the field.
So
Get your cards ready and your pens ready, and I'll give you the defensive lineup for NBA. Midland Baseball Academy out of Midland, Texas, under the direction of
that's missing.
Mike Munguia, under the coaching eyes of Braden Blaine, head coach. Assistant coach Zach Gould.
I don't know how to do it.
The lineup,
Are they keeping it?
field positions and defense, has Braxton Sims at first base, White Murray at right field, Joey Creech at second base, Jace Gould at catching. Silas Bryan will be starting on the bump for NBA today in this third game of the day. Damien Ochoa will be in center field. Colin Cook will be in the dugout for a first part of this game, as will Matthew Hall.
I'm just gonna say we'll be
Both
starting
played
in-
two excellent games today.
Yes, go ahead. and
John
do that.
Williamson
And
will be at third
I'll make a
base.
post later. I'll talk to Roger
Judd
about it.
Fortune will be
Yes.
Fortune will
And
be
we're gonna start
at
off-
left field,
I
and
told
Noah
Bobby, I said, I
Hernandez
think,
will
we
be
oughta-
at shortstop. That is your defensive lineup for NBA today. Quickly, first base Sims, second base Creech, shortstop Hernandez, third base Williamson, left
Just put
field
something like-
Fortune,
Due to unforeseen
center field
circumstances,
Ochoa,
the game has been canceled.
right field Murray, Silas Bryan pitching to catcher Jace Gould.
He was an Army vet.
Sir, who's the Vipers head coach? What's your name? John?
John
Last name?
Calderon.
Calderon. John Calderon will be the head coach for the Lubbock Vipers today and ever. I mean, he is there, not just today. He is their head coach. He just stopped over and gave us his name. Thank you, Coach. We appreciate that introduction, and we wish you good luck. Stepping in
Get it,
is
Silas. Come on, both hands. There you go.
Braun. He hits a high infield pop-up. Silas Bryan, the pitcher, gets under it for the first out of the day. The current pitcher for the Vipers, Brashears, uniform number 2, will be in the second hole with Calderon on deck. First pitch sees a swing and a miss by Brashears. I assume the Calderon is probably kin to the head coach. That's just my guess. And he's in the on-deck circle. There is another
Swing
good
and a miss.
pitch by Silas Bryan for, as you said, a swing and a miss. That would have been a strike whether he swung or not.
No, that was a good pitch. That was a good pitch. But you know, I got to give it to these Lubbock Vipers.
Oh. There's a hit out
There's
to
a
right
dinger
field.
out to
White
right
Murray
field.
comes up with it, hits the cutoff. That's a hit, though. That puts a man on first. Do you have game changer pulled up?
Yes, sir. 1-0. 1 out. That's a foul.
Oh, okay, so he's on.
So he did hit.
He did. All right. All right.
Bugs, number 2.
All right.
And-
Calderon is in to hit. Brashears is on first. Right?
Yes.
Okay. There's an attempted pickoff by Bryant over to Sims at first base. Not in time.
Get ready, guys. Come on, boys. Get ready out there.
God.
Remember, you're moving. You're moving.
Runner on first. There's a hit. Back to White at second.
Run,
He gets
boys,
by him.
run.
I'm sorry. Boy,
That's Joey Creek.
that's a double. That's going to score Brashears for the first run of the day for the Vipers. That's a nice hit. Gets in between Creech, actually, and
I think
second
that scored
base. And
2 runs, I think, maybe.
hey, how many runs?
That scored
That's
2. 1. Okay. Sorry.
All right. We got a runner at second in scoring position for the Vipers.
Foul ball.
That's going to be a foul ball just on the outside of the bag. It almost was trouble for third baseman. Got to be quick. Moving those feet. Moving those feet. Who is this up?
Number 50.
Number 50 for Lubbock Vipers are up.
That's going to kill.
That was hit over to Creech. Creech couldn't come up with it.
Shake it up, Joe. You're all right.
The
got
runner
it,
is
Joey.
safe at first on an error.
Shake it
Run
up, buddy.
comes in, making the score
Be
2-1
ready, be ready.
with a runner on first. It's a big boy at the plate right here. He might hurt you. Lee up to bat for the Lubbock Vipers. Zamora on deck. There's another throw back over to first for an attempted pickoff. Gets back just in time. Sims almost gets that tag applied. There's a hit. Gets past the shortstop into center field. Advances the runner from second to third, first to third.
It's all right, Noah. Shake it up. Shake it up. You're good.
We got a runner. We got runners on first and third. How many out?
Sorry, I'm trying to
With
do,
one out.
work and
Sorry. We're going to have a conference at the mound by Coach for NBA, trying to get them calmed down. We got runners at the corners. Zamora is coming in to hit for Lubbock Vipers. Conference breaks up at the mound.
come on, Coach. Let's keep it close.
Zamora's going to step in. Runners on the corner with one out.
How in the hell did you fall?
Got a runner going to second. They're not going to make the attempt to throw him out. So
I
that
think
puts
that was a safe call right there.
That's a safe call. We've had enough. Runners at second and third. Zamora in. He sees a,
little blooper.
well, it's a blooper.
That's a fair ball.
Over first base. One run scores. Here comes another run. Lee comes in. Cantu comes in for score number 3 and 4. They jump on top now. Bromlett is in. Just again, some good hitting on behalf of the Vipers and some errors on behalf of NBA, and that's where we're at. Runner, again, is going to steal second. John. There's a hit out of play down the left side in the parking lot behind us.
This idiot.
Swing and a miss. Runner advances to third. What are we doing there?
Jace.
I'm not certain what happened. The catcher, for some reason,
I don't know what happened.
came up to third, threw to third. Third missed it.
Wasn't
He
it?
said it was John's fault. There's a swing and a miss by Bromley. Hey, switch Fortune and John. Fortune's now in third, John's out in left field. There's a hit down first base line, just goes foul by Garcia. Uniform 28. How many outs? 2 outs. Foul tip back, hits the catcher's mask. Swing and a miss. That's out number 3. Not before damage is done. The score 5-1 in favor of the Lubbock Vipers. A series of errors there caused several of those. But also good hitting by the Vipers. That's out number 3. Not before damage is done. Score 5-1 in favor of the Lubbock Vipers.
That's a completely valid question. Here we go, Markers. Let's go. You get one in the bottom half of the inning, and then we'll call it time. Stay focused, guys. Stay focused.
Get his glasses on if he can't see out there. All right, coming up for NBA will be Damian Ochoa. First hit swinging, drops out into right field. Right field brings it back in, and the cutoff misses it.
Okay.
But Ochoa wasn't going anywhere. He was good where he was at. So that was a nice hit by Ochoa right out in front of the right fielder about 10 feet. He couldn't have got to that. Cal Cook stands in at the plate with no outs. Ochoa
Get a
on
rip,
first.
Cal.
They're going to see if they can.
Over second baseman.
Ochoa's on the run. He's going to steal second, standing up. We got Ochoa in scoring position
What's the damage?
with Cook in the box. There's a
There
hit
you
by
go.
Cook
Good,
over
good,
to
good, good.
second base. Second
Hey, that's
base
okay.
drops it. Thank goodness. That gets Cook on first. Now we got runners on first and second. Second was froze. He couldn't go anywhere. That play was just too close to second base for him to attempt anything. Good
All right,
move
Marshall.
there for sure.
Marshall Hall up.
Marshall Hall, Monty's, not Monty's son. Runner on the move from second to third in safely, putting runners on the corner. Monty Hall, let's make a deal. No relation to Marshall Hall. Here's a pitch. Runners
Good
on
eye.
the move from first to second. Cal Cook gets into second, standing up on a
You
steal.
know, I don't see how Cal can still run that fast with all of those bases in his pockets.
All the bases in his pockets. Not only that,
And he outran the cops in between
he
games.
outran the cops. Oh, ball gets away. Runner's coming in, and he has a score. As Brazier comes up, Brazier comes up to cover the base, but
Just
really
not in
Zamora
time.
couldn't get the ball back to him in time. It was deep into the back of the box,
It's all right.
up against the gate. So there's a steal. Marshall Hall is waiting for umpire to do a little housekeeping.
He was in his Babe Ruth
He
pose.
was in his Babe Ruth pose over there, waiting on that housekeeping to go. Hall steps back in with John Williamson on
Nothing high,
deck.
buddy. Nothing high.
There's a hit by Hall. It's over to first base. First base is under it for the out.
There is no way first base could have
Man,
missed it with that glove.
Not with that glove. The
That
first
is
base
a huge
glove.
glove.
The first base glove is as big as any glove I've ever seen in my life, including the majors.
Yeah, that is a big one. You know,
Wow. Williamson steps in to
he could use that as a sunshade right
sure
now.
could.
I
Watch
could
one.
use it myself.
Watch one.
Good eye, good
Keep
eye.
watching. Keep watching. You're heading the count, bub.
Way to get after it, catch.
Good job by catcher getting to that ball.
Zamora.
Zamora.
Number, I can't tell what number it is. You know what you need? You need to get you a dry erase board.
That'd help. That would help. The ball's outside. Runner might try to score. No, he goes back. Cook thinks twice about it. It's a good deal because Zamora got to that ball real quick, Daryl. Braziers was up on it, the pitcher, to cover.
You know, he did a great job, I think.
I think he did a great job.
Great job.
That runner would have been out.
He would have.
Watch it.
All those bases.
Got to load right. There's a hit by
Foul
Williamson.
ball.
Foul ball back to the net. That brings the count even at 1-1. 2-1, I'm sorry. Load hip. Load back and down, buddy.
He threw the
To the back. Watch it with your head. That was a no pitch. Umpire wasn't ready.
That kind of reminds me of my last sales meeting.
Exactly. Hip and core watching it. Nope. Watch it, bub. Watch it, bub. You got one. That was down low and inside for a ball. Williamson patient once again at the plate. Draws a walk. I think in all appearances this weekend in 4 games, he's either walked or hit,
He's done good. He's done a great job.
as has many of these players on NBA that today.
You know, I think that has got to be the oldest NBA player I've ever seen with a full mustache. The oldest.
That's funny. An NBA player from a game being played behind us just comes up. He may be a 12U guy, and he 11U, and he looks like he's got a mustache. But I believe that's
Hey, Ryan.
actually drawn on.
You better teach that boy how to shave pretty soon. Okay, good, good.
A week at a time. Yeah. There was a conference in the mound by the pitcher, the catcher, and the infield. They're back to play. Judd Fortune, who also has had a remarkable weekend of hitting, steps in to see if he can get Williamson
The son of a
around.
coach is showing
Son
bump.
of a coach, Judd Fortune, almost gets hit. Cal Cook on third.
Did you call him a son of a coach?
Son of a coach, and a good one, I might add. Won't go any further than that. John advances to second. Williamson on a steal, putting runners in scoring position with Fortune back in. Taking a pitch for a strike. Let's count.
That was a good pitch there by Brushers.
Counts. Goes even 1-1. Fortune steps back in. There's a hit
Rips
back
it
to the
right
pitcher.
Back to the pitcher.
Pitcher throws to first for an out, but not before the run scores.
3-5 NBA.
3-5 NBA. Cal Cook scored on that one.
Yeah.
Williamson moves on over to third.
Yeah.
Sacrifice run
That's-
almost. That's an RBI by Judd Fortune, who's crossing
Good
your
job.
camera right now.
Good job, Judd.
RBI by Judd. Once again, payoff, money.
That is 3-5 Vipers. I'm sorry.
Oh, Vipers, that's right.
Vipers
Lubbock
are in the
Vipers
lead.
In the lead.
They got us by 2.
So swing and a miss by Noah Hernandez. This man that's to the right of me, Daryl. His
Go, Noah.
son,
You got it, Bubba.
Noah Hernandez steps in to see if he can get Williamson.
Keep a foot
Oh.
out. Keep a foot out until you're ready.
Hernandez has got a good bat and a good set of wheels.
Big stick. Big stick.
There's a hit back over to third base.
There you go. That's
Through.
what you needed.
Through third baseman's feet. Noah Hernandez on the move to second. Coming on to third.
He's going home. He's going. Oh, come on.
Noah Hernandez for a triple. For a triple. Let me say again, for a triple. Bringing
That
Williamson
was
home.
beautiful.
Oh,
And I'm not
absolutely.
biased at all.
Not at all. Not at all, Dad. However, it was beautiful. Inside of that right side of that plate, inside of the plate, just smoked it to the corner. They had a hard time digging that one
Oh,
out.
man. I think that one carved out a groove just inside third base.
I believe so. That brings NBA within one of tying this score, doesn't it?
It does. It does. They're at 4. The Vipers at 5. And
Noah Hernandez coming
Hernandez comes home, slides, and
in. He
gets
slides
in.
for a steal to tie this. That was the tying
That is-
run on a steal. That was armed robbery by
Yes.
Noah Hernandez.
He stole it. We're going to have to put him in the same cop car with Callan.
We are, man. You got bail money for these kids?
I don't know. We may have
I
to
need
start a
it.
GoFundMe.
Man. Braxton Sims, back to the top of the lineup, steps in. Nobody on base. They've been cleaned up quite well. Braxton's going to try to get it started again. With 2 outs. Braxton swung. He offered it that first one. This one gets past the catcher. Oh, it's a wild pitch. That'll even the count at 1-1.
2 outs.
I'll be glad when that
Big
sun gets
Braxton.
behind us, you know it? It's a swing and a miss. That gets a pitcher in good position ahead of the hitter with the 2 outs on
You got
him.
it, Brax.
He'd
You
like
got
to
it,
stop this
Brax.
bleeding
Nothing
at-
high, baby.
He'd like to stop this bleeding at 5-5, but there's a hit down left
No,
field side.
foul ball.
Foul ball, just foul, over the left side of the third base plate. The Vipers would like to get this bleeding stopped and stop it at a tie. Get back on offense. Sims is battling here. White Murray is on deck for the Midland Baseball Academy. 1-2. That ball's outside, gets past the catcher. Catcher's
know.
up quick with it.
The way this count's going, they may need some quick clot.
Well, sure might. They may need because it's bleeding, baby. I think it's full count. I'm not sure. No, it's not. It's 2-2.
It's 2-2.
2-2. Oh, that pitch is behind Sims.
That brings it full. I'm not. I'm keeping so we can hear the feed. To make sure we have a feed.
Sims got behind the count early, but he's battled back to a full count with lots of patience.
A little quick meeting there
For a
between the
10-year-old.
catcher and the pitcher up at the bump.
Broke up now. There's another pitch. That draws a
Walks
walk.
Braxton Sims.
That puts him on base.
You know, we may need the OR.
May need the OR for it.
I hope
with.
not. I hope
think it's
not for
close.
them.
That's on the other side of Lubbock.
It
Good
is.
drive.
We may
got
have to call in
we
a
got a cut
helicopter.
kick with us though. Cut kit.
Perfect.
We carry that in an AED. We don't ever want any one of those.
No, sir.
They have to give that AED. They got to bring that for me because I get a little wound up.
Not you.
Not me.
I don't see it.
I know it's
I've
a
never
shock.
seen it.
Look, there's a conference in the mound with the coach, the pitcher, catcher. It's broke up. White Murray, when this resumes,
Oh, okay.
will step in.
You know, that's a new approach I've seen.
Yeah.
He's got the blood on his face. He's wearing war paint. I think he,
Yeah, I think that's exciting.
you know. I
Pitcher
do. I
change,
like it.
right?
I like it. Pitcher change.
Got a pitcher change for the Vipers. As Daryl noted, it looks like he's bleeding profusely out of his eyeballs,
But it's war paint.
but it's war paint. The ump was a little shook up when he first saw it, thought he needed to call 911. I like his glove. The pitcher has a blue and a tan glove. That's a great combo. Zamora's still going to catch. When we resume, White Murray will step in. Joey Creech will be in behind him, and I think Jace Gould in behind him.
You know, I think that last triple hit shook third base. He's over there praying.
Third base is on. I do that quite often. I
do.
need Lord's
I do
blessings daily,
And,
many
you know,
times.
Hats off to him.
Hats off, absolutely.
Poor umpire thought he was going to get hit and flinched.
Yeah, he flinched. It's a
He
flinching
flinched worse than
umpire.
you did.
All right, play has been resumed. White Murray stands in. There are 2 outs.
Oh, we got one more running out.
Okay, all right. Sims is on first. This pitcher inherits a runner on first. 2 outs. With 2 outs, Murray up to bat.
You got it, Wyatt.
Runner on the move from first to second will be in there. He slides, although didn't need to.
It's all right, guys. Come on, Wyatt. Need you here, bud.
Runner on the move.
And slides
And
into
Sims
third.
is in safe on third.
You know, I think that we are going to have a busload of base thieves today.
I think we are too. I think too many. We'll need the paddy wagon.
I think so.
We'll need the paddy wagon.
I think so.
There's a ball,
Loose ball.
but the catcher rounds that thing up pretty
Sims
well.
thought better of that one.
He did.
Ooh,
That's in there for
that's
a strike.
cross. He put that in there with
He
authority.
sure did. That was a nice pitch. Sims gets a lead. Attempted pickoff to third. Sims back in time. It's outside. That will give White Murray a walk to first. Runners on the corner, Daryl, with Joey Creech coming in to bat.
Oh, Joey Creech, if you haven't seen him, He has the biggest set of slicks on that dragster.
That's exactly right. That boy, if he ever blows a tire going to first base or
It's
coming
gonna
around,
careen into the wall.
My goodness, it is. Runner on the move from first to second.
And Wyatt.
Both
on a
runners now in
stand-up.
scoring position. That was a ball. It was a little bit high and outside to Creech.
I think most pitches are a little high for Joey Creech.
I think they are. Joey's short in stature, but big everywhere else. That
He
boy
is.
can hit,
Mhm.
throw. Another ball. There it is for a strike.
Lead off on third. Ball is high, gets a little loose there, but Sims is going to stay at third. You know, Braxton, I think I see a piece of toilet paper on his chin from when he got cut earlier.
Yeah.
Shaven.
Shaven.
Oh, good stop by the catcher.
So
Zamora.
he walks Creech. That's going
He
to walk
walked Creech,
I
yeah.
mean, we got a 2-out. Bases are juiced.
And we have our
Jace, our catcher,
Jace
he's trying to
Gould.
disrobe right now.
He is. He's taking his
taking
legs
his
off.
catching gear off. Jace Gould's going to be in to hit. See if he can bring some of these runners in. There's no place to put another runner.
No.
We need to clean house, Daryl.
Yeah, we do.
And we're cluttered. We're cluttered.
Speaking
with
of
runners.
cleaning house, you know, I looked through my wife's old editions of GQ magazine,
Yeah.
looking for that issue, and I think I may have come up with it.
October 2020
October 2020 GQ.
of Zach Gould.
Zach Gould
think you
on the
got it?
centerfold. I've got to
All
look.
right, we're going to probably have to scan that and put it online for people to
We
see.
will have to do that.
I can't seem to find it anywhere else.
No, it's sold out.
Sold out.
And it is a collector's
Collector.
item. I might be able to get 75 cents for that one. Way to dig.
So the ball gets away from the catcher.
No, from the pitcher.
The pitcher, I'm sorry. So the pitcher in this game, if the ball is out there running around and doesn't have a home, they can run. And the pitcher didn't get to it and get back in time on the mound. And that caused Sims on third to come in on an error by the pitcher not getting that ball in his hand. Back to the
6-5
mound to stop the
NBA
run.
over
6-5.
the Vipers.
Gould steps back in. All the runners are on the
A
move.
little high pitch there. Throw to third, trying to catch the runner stealing, but I don't think he's going to do it.
No. 2 runners in scoring position. There's an open base on first. Gould is in. The count is 1-1 to Gould.
You know, speaking of Zach Gould, he said if they win, we're going to go straight to a hot dog cookout.
Yes, I want a hot dog. Oh, there's a massive swing and a miss by Jace Gould. Again, the pitcher rolling around. The ball's rolling around loose.
Yeah.
It's just not a good throw from the catcher back to the pitcher. And
It's all
sometimes
right.
that can cost you a run.
It can, and it has.
We've done it.
We've done it many times.
1-2.
That's
That's in
it.
the
Gets away.
Wow,
Runner
that's in the
coming from
dirt.
third.
White Murray
Murray is safe.
is safe. On
That
a steal
brings-
coming in. White Murray has a set of wheels on him too. Murray and Creech and Hernandez, those three are probably the 3 fastest on the team. You got Creech on third now.
That makes the score 7-5 over the Vipers.
Can you imagine? NBA, just like the last game, they were going back and forth. Every
and forth.
inning, one got ahead of the other. Even
was-
to the end, it's how it was.
It was like checkers.
Unbelievable.
Chubby checkers.
Chubby. I remember Chubby. I like Chubby
I like
checkers.
chubby
Oh,
checkers.
Chubby checkers. Chuck Berry.
Chuck
Lee.
Berry, yeah.
Swing and a miss
Swing and a
by
miss.
Gould
Dropped by the catcher, thrown to first.
for the final
And
out
it's
of the
just
inning.
in time to get him out for the final out. Yep. You know, I think they just put a little quick clot on there and threw some sutures on it.
Stopped that bleeding, didn't they?
They did. They did, and that's a good thing.
So at the end of, or we may be in the middle, bottom of the second, going into the bottom of the second, the score is 7-5 in favor of Midland Baseball Academy, MBA, out of Midland, Texas. MBA, I talked about them a little bit earlier. MBA is owned by Mike Munguia. He's 160 kids strong from 9U to 14U. What a good organization. Coach Braden Blaine's coming up to probably punch me in the nose.
You know,
Can y'all be any louder?
I think he shaved.
He asked if we could be any louder.
Yeah.
Oh, he shaved for the first time in his life.
You know, speaking of shaving,
Speaking of shaving,
I can't reach my back anymore.
me either, and y'all see the hair on that dude.
Well, you know, all of mine that was on my head in my younger years
Yeah,
got tired of getting sunburned.
Well, it
so it rather
falls.
it
gravitation.
climbed under my shirt.
That's there you go. It's gravitation, man. NBA plays in the Midland Christensen Midland College, the old Angels Stadium. That's their home, Midland NBA. These kids are Monday, Wednesday, Thursday of every week. It's a very serious academy. It's an academy, not just a travel ball.
bud.
We're not just travel ball. We're an academy
Hey, Blue. Might want to tie his shoe.
where we teach the kids in a holistic manner. Kids are taught physically, mentally, emotionally. It's a great academy. If you're in the Midland area and you're looking for your kid to go to the next level, to an academy/travel team where you know they're going to be taught right and successful, you need to look Midland Baseball Academy up. Give Mike Munguia, M-U-N-G-I-A, a call. He's on Facebook. If your player is a player that really aspires to be good and is serious, Mike will take a look. All right, Silas Bryan back on the bump. Fixing to throw his first pitch to
And it is a dinger out there to
Taze
short infield.
and that was a high fly ball,
You know,
just kind of in no man's land between
Joey
Joey
Creech.
Creech over at short and center field, Damian Ochoa. The setup right now is Judd Fortune at third, Joey Creech at short,
wild throw.
White Murray at second, Braxton Sims at first.
That's Noah Hernandez at second.
Sorry, Noah Hernandez at second, Braxton Sims at first. There's a hit back to Joey Creech. Joey's up and over to first for the out. Nice out.
That was a deadly combination right there.
That
Did you see
was.
that throw to first?
Oh, he threw it with authority.
He did.
Joey makes
Braxton
a,
caught it with
makes
authority.
a good defensive play to catch it. Ground ball hot. Sims makes a great catch. It was beautiful as would be in the MLB. That gets a runner over to third. Is that one out? One out?
Yes.
One out.
One out.
Runner at third. Balderas is up in the batter's box. He swings and misses.
Swings and misses.
There's a throw just over the head of Balderas. He's out of the way in time. 3 balls and a strike to Balderas.
Sorry, I'm not doing good here.
There's a swing and a
Foul
miss.
ball.
No, I'm swinging a hit. Tipped it back to us.
Check the camera. I think he straightened it out better.
He did.
I think he did.
I think the camera's good, isn't it? Maybe a little high. Push straight down, yeah. There we go. That's worked. That's perfect. That ought to be good. That's in for a call, strike 3 to Balderas.
That brings us to 2 outs. NBA is still on top, 7-5. But the Vipers have a potential on third right now.
And number 31, uniform 31, Ballman. Ballman is up. He swings,
Foul
foul tip
tip.
back towards us.
Make it throws, Jace. You got it, bud. Doing good.
Runner on third. Nobody on second or first. It's over the head of Bauman. Count 1-1.
Got a lead off for the runner on third.
Here he comes. Foul
Another
tip
foul
back between
tip.
your eyes.
You know, they're straight now.
They're straight. Well, I'm going to tell you, those things will catch you off guard. Counts.
1 and 2. 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Pick
The
off.
throw to third. Pick off.
Run scores from third.
Third baseman comes up as the runner at third makes a steal. The throw just outside of the range of Jace Gould. It goes inside towards the infield. Now we get a hit by Bauman out to right field. Goes to the fence. Bauman's on the move to second.
Murray
Ball's coming in to Murray.
Hernandez.
It's going to be a triple probably.
That was a good hit.
That was a good deep hit by Bauman
Good
for a
deep
triple.
hit.
They just couldn't get it in time to stop him at second.
No. Good baseball going on.
Good
here.
baseball here.
Exciting.
Brashears is up to bat. He was the starting pitcher today for the Vipers. There's a swing and a miss by Brashears.
Swinging a pencil up there.
That is a pencil bat. I need that to erase some of my mistakes.
Yes.
There's a hit by
There's
Brashears.
Hernandez back on it.
Hernandez is
Almost
under it.
gets it. Trips over.
Hernandez is under it. Just, man, he takes a bad fall. He even broke his glasses. Just out of the reach of him. He broke his glasses. He took a pretty hard hit to the head when he fell.
He's
I think he's all right. Did that score a run? What's it score? That scores a run. The score is tied 7-7 as Calderon, coach's son, comes up.
gonna have a meeting at the mound. Tie ball game.
Tie ball game. Here it goes again, back and forth.
This is some great baseball this afternoon here in Lubbock, Texas.
It is.
Lose audio. God, I sound like a hit on there.
You get used to it. I'm the same way. Swing.
Swing.
Foul ball. Caught by
To end the
Sims in foul territory to get them out of the inning. 3-3. Not before damage has occurred here. 2 runs in.
7-7.
It ties it up 7-7, but they don't go around us. All right. Hey, what inning? Top of the third, we've been through 2. Score 7-7. Lubbock Vipers versus the NBA Midland Baseball Academy out of Midland, Texas. We want to thank DBAT for being a sponsor, along with Endeca Crude Express. Endeca Crude Express is a custom crude oil hauler, Texas and New Mexico, Oklahoma. Fuel haulers covering Arizona, New Mexico, but their main axe is crude oil hauling, midstream, injection points, pipeline. No matter who buys your crude oil, Endeca can haul it. They haul for all the majors with the best safety record in the country, best service in the country. You can actually tell your trader, marketer that buys your oil, you can ask them for Endeca. Endeca supports your kids. Spend a lot of money bringing this to you through YouTube television and all other things. Give them a chance and show them your appreciation for sponsoring all these kiddos. And more than that, just see how good it is. You don't know how good you'd have it with Endeca. You don't know how until you get them, just what you're missing in service, back office. Endeca Crude Express out of Midland, Texas. Look them up. DBAT, the premier batting and facility, training facility in Texas. Brags, we brag on them. They don't have to brag on themselves. They've got some of the finest trainers and coaches in the country. Coach Barry Kiefer, Coach Barry Russell, Coach Josh Turley, Coach Dennis Schrum. They can coach a kid in all phases, no matter what age. Go see DBAT. Go see the facilities. Get your kids lessons. Watch them grow. First pitch in from number 16, Balderum, to Silas Bryan. In the dirt, Damien Ochoa will be on deck. It's in there for a strike to Bryan.
Count.
It's in there high. Brings the count to 3-1. That's really high. That'll walk Bryan. It's going to bring in Damien Ochoa. Ochoa steps in with a runner on first. Cal Cook is on deck. Bryan is getting a really sizable lead at first, so much so the pitcher feels like he needs to throw back, try to pick him off. Bryan's safe, though, back at first. He is getting a sizable lead over there. Probably 15, 10 feet. 10 feet, probably. He's on the run now, Bryan is. And he's going to make it standing up in second. Puts him in scoring position for Ochoa. No outs to Ochoa. Bryan is off running. That's hit the first baseman. First baseman bobbles the ball. Second baseman comes over and recovers it. First baseman runs on over to first base just in time for the out. That was close. Runner advances to third. That hitter was out for out number one. Cal Cook steps in to see if he can get the runner in from third for a score. There's a hit by Cal Cook over to the left side against the fence, just above third base dugout. That ball's way outside, so that's going to bring Bryan in for a steal. Catcher couldn't get back to it, Ballman, in time. Calderon came up to cover it. They just couldn't get it in time for Bryan to come in for the steal. NBA regaining the lead. Eight to 7. Cal steps back in after the bases have been cleared. That ball's high to Cook. Outside. How did y'all end up pushing up? Outside to Cal for ball 4. Cal will take his base on first. Marshall Hall has had a good series this weekend. Been a good hitter. Marshall's going to step in with how many outs? Jessica, how many outs? Marshall Hall will step in with 1 out. Runner on first. There's going to be a change at pitcher for the Lubbock Vipers. Number 8, Bromley, for the Vipers, will take over in relief to see if he can shut that bleeding down. He'll be facing Marshall Hall.
No
for
relation
NBA.
to Arsenio.
Or Monty Hall with Let's Make a Deal. I see his father and mother over here to our left. The fans for NBA are on the third base side over our left shoulder. We're right behind home plate, and over to our right, the fans for the Vipers. Over
They're
to my
doing
left.
the wave over here
They're
on
doing
the Vipers.
All 5 of them.
They're doing the wave. I can see it. They're
There you
waving
go.
to us.
So you can hear them now.
Look, it's
doing
the
the
wave.
wave. So Marshall's dad and mom are up here on the top shelf, top deck watching.
They're in the
cheap seats.
suites.
They're in the
No,
suites.
they're in the
suites.
suites.
He's looking at me. Marshall Hall's dad's looking at me. He hadn't given me a thumbs up or thumbs down if we're doing okay. I think we're doing all right. He's a coach. He'd say otherwise.
I would just wonder how it is up there in the suites. I wish I could afford one.
They're serving beer because I can see it in their
I can
hands.
see it. They're waving
Yeah.
it.
And I think they're serving prime rib too. It's like
Prime rib and beer.
like being at a UT game.
Man,
in the suites.
I have got to get a
Man,
job that
you
I
gotta
can
get-
afford those suites.
Tell you what, it's pricey but worth it. I hear.
That's what I hear.
Game resumes. Hall sees a ball. I just made a run.
You did.
Oh, that
Hall
hits
takes one to the
Hall
shoulder.
on the left shoulder.
Took it like a trooper, though.
He did. Hall's a tough young man. He doesn't flinch much. That's going to bring up Williamson. John Williamson.
You got this, John.
Hall's all right. They check him out. He's back in the game. Williamson up.
He was waving off the paramedics like Richard Petty.
He sure was. He didn't need that. Runners on the move on a wild pitch. Gets past the catcher. Now those runners are in the scoring position, second and third.
Got Cal
Oh.
Cook on third.
And who's on second?
No. Who's on first?
Who is on first?
No. What's on second?
There's a hit, a swing and a miss by Williamson late.
Boy, we butchered that, didn't
Late,
we?
we butchered that. Doesn't get that hip loaded in time. Didn't keep the head on the ball. Outside.
You know, we butchered that, but I'll tell you, the best butcher job I've seen recently was over there at Lowakey Steakhouse.
Lowakey Steakhouse. Boy, wasn't that good.
Oh, my.
Woo! That's inside. Williamson dances. He does the twinkle toes. Gets out of the way. Good job, Williamson. 3-1 count, John. Wait. Calls. Game back in. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Runners with
Runner.
a good lead at third
They
and
do
second.
have. There's the
Wild ball.
There's the
Cal
ball.
is coming home.
Cal's coming home on a wild pitch.
And he is safe.
And he's safe on a slide. Williamson draws a walk.
Marshall Monty Hall gets
Luke.
over to third.
Takes Cal's place. That base was warm.
It was.
Kept
It
warm by
was.
Cal Cook.
Well, I'm surprised the base is still there after Cal stole it.
I am too. He's putting him in his pocket, man, right and left.
I don't know.
We're going to run him through the metal detector before we let him go home.
I don't know if Dad's truck's going to be big enough to
I
haul
don't
all
either.
those
I don't
bases
either.
home.
Judd Fortune's up. with runners at the corner. Williamson on first, Hall on third. Williamson on the run. Will have to come back as Fortune hits a foul, sharp foul ball to the right side against the fence, scaring to death Lubbock Vipers. They don't have their gloves out over there. They just jump in defense.
He almost caught it in his beer, though.
Yeah, he almost did. I think he dropped it. Here's the pitch. Judd goes down for it. Swing and a miss.
Did you call him a son of a coach?
Son of a coach.
Son of a coach.
Son of a coach. And a good one. And that's as far as I'm going to tell you. I'm not telling you anymore. There's the ball down and outside.
I think that is 1 and 2. I think the count's 1 and 2.
John's got a big lead on second, Darryl. A big lead on second.
He does.
Coach Zach Gould on first wants him to get a big lead. He's getting him out there good.
I think if he sticks his big toe out, he'll be able to hit third.
He might, because he's getting way on out there. Way on out there. There's a swing and a miss.
A strikeout for Judd Fortune.
What out? That's 2 outs. That is going to bring to the plate Noah Hernandez, his dad announcing with me today to the right of me, Darryl. His mom taking pictures to the left. Noah's going to stand in.
On the video camera.
Oh, she's probably on the video camera.
I hope she put a fresh tape in the
VCR. In the video.
Yeah,
you don't look like a man that changes a lot. I think you're a VCR guy.
I am.
You're old
VCR?
school. You're old school.
I even have some laser discs.
Oh man, I remember those days.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Swinging to the oldies. I mean, dancing to the oldies. Whoa!
Tries to give him a haircut.
Woo! That's right to the left ear hole of Hernandez. He gets out of the way. Hernandez also a very quick young man.
I think
has
he
a set of
moved a
wheels on
sticker
him.
from the left side of his helmet to
Boy,
the
I'm
right
telling
side.
you, that's closey. There's a hit out to center field.
Short.
Center field's under it.
And he
Man,
reeled it in.
Wow, he did.
You know.
Great catch by center field for the final out, leaving 2 men on for Midland Baseball Academy.
9-7 though.
Academy jumps back out front with 2 runs. Battle. This is a battle in Lubbock, Texas.
It's a good one.
Vipers.
This is definitely
Vipers
championship baseball.
Vipers trying to hang a thing in them. Looks like Silas Bryant is going to come back up for pitching. So, want to finish with DBAT. DBAT's in Midland, Texas. A lot of these kids in NBA get their training out there. You know, a regular diet of good coaching from coaches that, like Josh Turley out of the Detroit Tiger organization, played for Baylor, left-handed thrower, like Dennis Schrum out of the Astros. A couple of good softball coaches, girls softball coaches there. Excellent. Coach Barry Kiefer, who we're fond of, who has coached John all his life, and many, many others that are out in this NBA platform. Coach Barry Kiefer, 20 years at Midland High, head coach. Those are the coaches, the quality of coaches that that DBAT have that can teach your kids the right way to play this game. They have 30-minute coaching lessons, an hour, hour and a half, Monday through Sunday. That's 7 days a week. Do yourself a favor. Get you some lessons out there. Watch them grow. Thank you, DBAT, for your sponsor. That first hit by Cantu was down the left field, third base side. It was just outside of third base 6 inches or so for a foul. Next pitch by Brian is down in the dirt. 1-1 will be the count for Cantu at the plate for the Lubbock Vipers. Cantu has a good eye on that. Doesn't offer to swing. There's a hit by Cantu just outside the reach of third base. Fortune on third. Creech on in short. Noah Hernandez at second. Sims at first. Brian to pitching. Chase Gould catching. White Murray in right field. Damien Ocho in center field. There's a hit on the down the fouls. A third base side, just foul. Noah ranges over for a good catch by Judd Fortune for a great catch outside of third base in foul territory.
A rolling catch.
That was nice.
He did a cartwheel.
He cartwheeled afterwards. Lee up. That's it. Right just under the glove of Creech out into outfield. Up with it comes number 10, Marshall Hall, to get it into the cutoff to stop Lee at first for a single. Bromlett's on deck with Zamora stepping in for the Vipers.
Let's see if this catcher has a bat just as good as his glove.
There's an attempt to pick off Lee at first base. Good throw, good catch. Tag almost on him. Another throw to Lee, bringing him back.
Sorry, I'll turn it down.
It's all right. No, it's my fault.
I'm just trying to make sure we
That ball's high. Runner advances to second. No attempt to throw to second. There's a pitch inside. It's a dribbler.
off the helmet.
There's a dribbler back to the pitcher. Pitcher's up with it. Throws it over to first, but it hits the runner in the back of the skull. Tattoos him. So the runner is safe on first. The runner from second to third, Lee, he holds up wisely because he'd have been thrown out at home. Runners at the corner for Bramlett with Garcia on deck. There's a strike on the outside. One out. One out. 0-1 count. There's a hit. Jams Bromley.
The bases are now juiced for the Vipers.
Wow. That was a ball that hit right at home plate. Stayed fair. They watched it.
Looked like a disco ball on the
It
line.
did. That loads the bases, man. That was a weird hit there. Garcia comes up with the bases juiced and one out. There could be some damage right here if we're not careful. He's a left-handed hitter, Garcia is. Lee's on third.
Big swing and a miss on a strong pitch from Silas Bryan.
Just
Dribblers.
the exact situation. The hitter hits a dribbler 5 feet in front of the plate down the line. Pitcher comes in to get it, throws it, hits it in the back, hits the runner in the back at home plate. Runner scores. That's going to tie the game. I'm sorry, that's going to bring the score 9-8, still in the favor of NBA.
Bases are still juiced and
Still
one
juiced.
out.
One out.
A high pitch.
Taze is in with a pencil. I need that pencil to erase my mistakes in life.
Yeah. He's going to try to write his name on this ball.
He is. There's a high fly ball. Sims is under it at first base for the out.
You know,
2 outs.
I think the lead broke.
I think he broke the lead. That ball went forever
It
to
did.
the moon and back, Jerry.
I know it.
Hernandez steps in, uniform number 11 for Lubbock Vipers. He's the one that has the blood pouring out of his eyes.
The war paint.
It's the war paint. Swing and miss, a foul
Foul
tip.
Come on, Silas. You're doing good, bud.
Swing and a miss. Pitch right down the middle. Pitcher quickly gets ahead of this hitter, 0-2. If Brian could pull the trigger on this one, they could get out of this with bases loaded. He throws
Outside, gets away.
Outside. There's going to be a run.
running.
Man, wild pitch, gets past Gould. Zamora comes in to tie the game.
Have you
Runners
taken
on
your
second,
medication
third.
today?
No, I'm going to need it. Yeah, I took it this morning, but I need a second dose. Game is now tied. Going back and forth. Hmm?
That's the name of the pill at the time of the nitro.
You know, I may have an old bottle of some nitroglycerin.
I'm going to need that for an under-the-tongue application. Here's a high fly ball. I mean, that's a high ball behind, right at kind of just outside the foul line, down the third base side.
It's all right, Jace. Shake it off.
Jace Gould had a shot at it, but could not get to it.
Good effort there, Jace. Good effort.
For Jace.
I'm not going to tell you why I have nitroglycerin.
Yeah, I think that I need more on that story.
Well, you know, when I was a young kid, we tried to do a lot of different things on the farm with our bullets, and I thought maybe if I could put some nitro on the end of one, I might be able to blow that squirrel up and at least blow the branch off.
That's kind of good country thinking. There's a swing,
High foul ball.
back
Bounces
off
off.
to the right. Tie up against the net. You know, that's not a bad idea. If you could have got that squirrel with that nitro on the end of that bullet, that squirrel might have lost his tail.
And it's not as unfriendly as the mercury.
This is true. You know, you're trying to be
I was an environmental kid.
That's what I was going to say. And I like that. That was back in the 50s, too, whenever that wasn't cool.
I know it. Or the 60s, maybe the 70s. I don't know. It's not cool and hasn't been for a long time. The movies think it is.
Movies think it is. That's over the head.
Come on.
It's over the head of Hernandez. That walks him. Thank goodness there was an open spot for first base. Base is now loaded again for Balderas.
Looks like we're going to maybe have some pitch and change here.
May have a pitch and change here. It looks like
Looks like Williamson's going to third. Or not. Williamson's headed to the dugout.
don't know why he was out there. So there's a conversation at the mound. They break up, and Silas is back on. He's going to come back in. He's going to be fine. He's going to pitch here to Valderas.
Does John have any pitches left today?
About 15 at the most. I think Zach sent him out. There's a swing. High fly ball
flyer.
back behind us. Behind the fans of the Vipers. Ball's in the dirt. Doesn't hurt anybody. Silas is ahead in the count against Valderas. There's a swing and a
It's
miss.
a meatball to Joey. Ho! Ho!
That hit gets over the head of Joey Creech into the outfield. Outfield gets up, gets it back to Creech, but not before a two-run score. That now is going to make the score
11-9. 11-9.
11-9 in favor of the Vipers. They've come back around.
Looks like they're having another conference out there on the mound.
Yes, they are. At this point in the tournament, last game, championship game, I might add, of the tournament, I think just both sides are getting to where they're out of pitchers. They're going to bring Silas Bryant out and replace him, reliever Braxton Sims. Braxton's going to warm up, see if he can get him out of this inning with just limited damage.
You know, I just hope that that rocket's got some fuel left in it.
I do too, because he's pitched a lot. I know he's tired. They're all tired. This point in the tournament, they played. This will be the 5th game in 24 hours. It's a lot for 10U. It's a lot for anybody. It's certainly a lot for these little 9, 10-year-olds.
It's been a lot on us.
It's a lot on us.
parents.
Our voice is about to go, and our parents are stressed out, and a lot on the umpires. They've worked hard, called great games. We appreciate them so much.
I think Zach just snuck over and took a bite off that lady's hot dog.
He is a hot dog eating fool. Ballman will be up when play resumes. He'll have a man on first and a man on second. He's wanting to add to this lead, pad it. Umpire calls the game back into play.
All right, Braxton, come on, bring some heat, baby.
Sims will be catching throwing to Gould.
Get ready, guys.
And pitching to Ballman.
First pitch is a strike. That was awesome.
Ballman sees that strike and can't do anything about it. It's just frozen in his tracks. There's a swing by Bowman. It's a foul tip at the plate. Runners at first and second will have to go back.
I think that they've been practicing those little dribblers.
Well, I think they have. That'd be a good baseball team name, Little Dribblers.
Yes.
The Little Dribblers. Boy, that's a strong hit to outfield over the head of Ochoa. 1 run scores. Gets over the head of Ochoa. That allows 1 run to score. With runners down on second and third. 3-run lead for the Vipers. So the pitcher heads up play, catches third baseman off of the plate, throws over to third for a tag. That ends the inning. Not before a lot of damage is done. The Vipers regain the lead, 12-9. in this back and forth contest in Lubbock, Texas.
And we're in the top of the fourth.
Top of the fourth. 10 minutes after 6 Central Standard Time. For those that are listening to us as far away as Florence, Italy.
What do you got tonight? Anything?
Well,
How many people are watching?
I need to look.
I think somebody was watching from Eastern Timbuktu.
We're at the top of our lineup, so that helps.
Where are we at on time?
We got 6 minutes left, so we'll finish the 4th inning now because we're going into a new inning. So they will bat last. It's just gonna...
This is the last bat then.
Yeah, they got to make the magic now.
At least 50 views.
Is that somebody from Al Assad Air Base
Me.
over in Iraq? Out in the Al Anbar province.
I think it is.
Oh, I bet you it's some of those Army fellers over there that are guarding that base.
Got to be. We currently have at least 50 people watching live around the country and across the pond. Last night we had 199
Wow.
from people from around the world watching live baseball with us.
That's a lot.
Brought to you by Endeca Crude Express in Midland and DBAT. Chris Wilson out of Midland, Texas. Thank you very much. So we have 6 minutes left in the game. This is a timed game at an hour and a half.
You know, both teams have fought hard to get here.
They have fought hard to get to this point. Sad somebody has to lose, but they do.
This is some good baseball, though.
It's good baseball. You know, Midland's going to have to get 3 to tie, 4 to win. That'll be their last at bat. With 6 minutes left in the game, this will be it. They'll certainly.
I would say they need to probably get 6 or 7 on the board this inning.
They do.
This at bat. Just to pad the coffers just a little bit.
We're at the top of the 4th.
So we're starting a new inning. That means that actually the Vipers have another at bat. So you know the NBA is going to have to they're going to have to do some hitting, some scoring to even have an opportunity to come back and earn this championship.
Braxton Sims is coming up to the plate.
Behind Sims will be White. Murray. First pitch into Sims is behind the head.
You know,
Sims decides to duck in lieu of wearing it in his left ear hole.
they're giving free haircuts.
They are, for sure.
Dugout is harassing.
There's a ball pitch in for a strike. It's been a great 2 days for NBA. Whatever happens, they played better than they've ever played.
They've earned it.
They've earned it, man. It's into Sims for a strike.
All right, Brax, come on now.
That's outside for a ball. I think that evens the count at 2-2
2-2.
to Sims.
The windup.
The deal. There's a foul tip. Back to the right. Against the net. Inning. Midland down to 2 outs. They're gonna come back. They got to get started quick. Oh, White Murray again gets hit. Oh, on the right shoulder,
On the back of his
the back.
right
That's
shoulder
his
blade.
second. That's his second time to be hit today.
That kid has a new suit.
He's gonna look
Of
like
hits.
he's gonna look like a leopard whenever Mom take that shirt off. He's gonna be black and blue. Joey Creech is gonna come in next while Murray's over there shaking it off.
I think Coach gave him his high-heeled cleats.
I think he did.
That way he could get up to some of those pitches.
I thought those are Lululemon that he's wearing, right? Lulu cleats.
I think they are Lululemon.
You know what? Braxton likes those Lululemons. Moreover, he likes what's in those Lululemons.
Are you talking about Brandon?
I mean, Braden, not Braxton, I'm sorry. Braden, our coach, Braden Blaine, our coach, is interested. I think he even bought stock in Lululemon.
I think he has all of their platforms.
And he wears Lululemons.
He wears them well.
Yeah, he does.
He's got the legs for
He
it.
does. He does. There's a swing and a miss by Creech. Murray came in for the steal. He would have been tagged out had Lee at third base not dropped the ball.
Let's go, Joey!
Keep your eye on the ball, Joey. Nothing high, buddy.
Runner 60 feet away. Creech is in the box. Swing and a miss. For the second out, we're down to 1 out, NBA,
With Jace Gould.
Let's go,
with
Jay.
Jace Gould stepping in. Assistant coach for NBA. Down on first. He's going to hope to keep this inning alive. Hope to get White Murray, who took a wicked hit to the almost spinal cord. Hope to get him in for a score.
Not to be confused with a spinal tap.
And that you don't want either.
Well, I was referring to the band.
Oh, you caught me on that one. Do you like Spinal Tap?
You
The
know,
band.
I don't remember a whole lot of it, but I know I've listened to it a bunch.
All right. I read between the lines, sir. Gould steps in. 2 outs. The score is 12 to 9.
Got a
Favor
rally
of the
here.
Lubbock. Oh, that's going to be a hit
It's gonna
right
be
to
a
first
dribbler
base.
Right to first.
First base.
And that is the ball game, folks.
First baseman over for the out, and that is the ball game.
You know, I'd like to congratulate the Vipers. They played a good game.
They did play a
And
good
I would
game.
like to congratulate the NBA boys. They played hard and fought hard,
They did.
and it was a great game. Some great baseball, some great memories for all the family and all of you at home.
Absolutely. NBA fought hard all weekend. They played this game well. Vipers outplayed them in the end. We are so proud to be able to watch this sport, be able to help out this sport by our commentating and by our video, by live TV. We're going to be in San Angelo next week, NBA is. Please look us up. Watch us on live TV down in San Angelo next week as we try it again. And, man, again, final score 12-9, Lubbock Vipers in the championship game.
Tough loss.
Tough loss for NBA, but also a good weekend, the best they've done since the tournament started and as a group. So, again, thanks Braden Blaine, head coach, Zach Gould, assistant coach. Thank
And
you.
head hot dog eater.
Head hot dog eater. Thank you, Mike Mungia of Over NBA. Thanks to NBA for all the hard work they put into DBAT. Thank you, DBAT. Thank you to the umpires. We appreciate them. Their night is done. They're ready to go home, and they gave us a thumbs up. Thank you very much. And, man, Darryl, we look forward to next
I
weekend.
just wanted to say thank you for letting me sit in with you
No,
this
no,
weekend.
it's
I've enjoyed
actually
it.
our honor. And we'll be, I think, playing Tuesday and Thursday night Little League. We'll be on air with the Marlins out of Midland, Texas.
All right, well,
And
I'll be
then,
watching.
be watching, and then we'll return over the weekend and see how that goes in San Angelo. For Darryl Butts, myself, and the entire crew,